Welcome to the Joyful Miles podcast, the podcast that's all about inspiring you to enjoy life 1 mile at a time. I'm your host, Rob, and joining me today, we have Laura.
Hi, everybody.
And Jackie.
Hi, everyone.
And we are continuing our recap of our 2018 Dopey Challenge by hitting the half marathon today, almost getting through it. So yes, we continue our Dopey Challenge journey with the half marathon, and these costumes, it seemed like every race we were just pushing the envelope for just ridiculousness.
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh.
So again, we kind of alluded to it last time when we talked about the 10K, how I had almost ditched this costume because I didn't think it was actually going to work. I had some concerns, primarily with my hair situation. We all decided we were going to be the stepmother and stepsisters from Cinderella. And Shannon and Leslie were going to be the mice. And Heather was the fairy godmother. Yeah. And Kimberly was Cinderella in her rag clothing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I figure if I'm going to do this, I've got to go all out and do it. I need a wig, I need makeup, the whole shebang. So we tried fashioning a wig before we got there, and it just didn't work. But then I was like, well, I got this Elvis wig. I'm like, maybe we can do something with this Elvis wig. You know, if we just cut the sideburns off and like pin it a little bit and spray paint it.
Oh my
maybe
gosh.
we can get it to work.
And if people could realize how bad a shape the Elvis wig was by the time we got to the room.
Hideous.
It was such a hot mess by the time we finished that 10K. I'm like,
oh my gosh,
this is going to look terrible. And then to add, it was a really black wig. So, I mean, trying to spray paint it gray just didn't really notice it. But then somebody had the idea of using baby powder for the striping, which I thought took away from much of the problems. It was just a matter of finding baby powder. Just so happened one of the other ladies had some on her, so we were able to make that work. Yeah, thank you, Corey. Jackie pinned it pretty well, so that the hair was not too crazy.
Bobby pins are magical.
Yeah. It was wild.
It was wild.
So I said, you know what? I think we can make this work. And then it was a matter of just figuring out the makeup. So we did a dry run the night before.
I am not a makeup artist, let me just say.
It wasn't bad. It was very subtle though. And I think I think when people were looking at it, they really wanted to be bald. And Shaylee, God love her, was like, don't worry, I got this. I'll be up at 2:00 in the morning. We will get your makeup and you will look hot. And I was like, okay. Well, what's funny about that, so we did the dry run and I had the makeup on still. And I'm just hanging around because it took me a while to actually get everything off. And I was sitting there and Anne came back into the room and they'd come back from a late dinner. They got back really late. It was a bad experience that they had at Via Napoli. She walks in. I was sitting on the chair in the kind of the common area. She walks in, goes right to the fridge, puts her leftovers away, walks back, kind of sits there at the table and just stares at me. And she goes, "You just made my night." I'm sitting here in regular clothes with a full face of makeup.
She's so stressed at this point. Like,
oh my gosh,
the weirdest thing.
That's classic.
So I'm glad we stuck with the idea, and I think it worked out. This
costume was a pain for Jackie and I too because
oh my gosh.
This
was the least, it was so fun to wear, but it was the least fun to prep for.
It was hideous. How many times did we text back and forth, I hate this costume idea.
And Rob, you were like, this is the only one Rob likes. We have to do it. We have to do it.
We were committed.
And then I'm like, no one's going to be looking at us anyways. They're all going to be looking at Robert. We just got to do it.
How many tank tops did we order trying to find the perfect tank top? You think it would be easy to find a purple tank top. It's not.
Or a turquoise. I think I have 3 that I won't ever wear. And they didn't fit, too tight, whatever. And then we didn't even need tank tops because it was freezing. So thank God there was someone looking out for me because I did like my long sleeve shirt.
And then trying to figure out how to do those sleeves and the poofs on the side. It was just complicated, bratty mess. But it worked out. But
everything worked. And I have to say, Shaylee, if you're listening, you did good, girl, waking up early to get Rob's makeup done.
She did a fabulous job. And it was funny because Michael came in at one point and he started just videotaping the process and the progress. And I got to see if I find that. I don't know if he sent me the whole video, but
I want that for the recap.
Yeah, we'll have to reach out and see if he's got what he's got because
okay.
It was just hysterical. Just the stuff they were doing to me. And then at the very end, Shaylee sprayed hairspray all on my face to keep it from like
fading
and stuff and sweating away. So she's like, okay, close your eyes.
Hairspray?
Now I'm like inhaling hairspray.
She sprayed his face with hairspray to make it stick.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't try that, folks. Okay.
But it was just like, how much more outrageous? And Michael's sitting there like giving pointers. She's like, no, you got to go higher on the eye. You got to go like darker on the side. And I'm just like, and then Corey comes in. She's like, she has this little sparkly stuff, and she's like, oh, you got to put this on. And I'm just like,
Oh my gosh,
this is.
You were such a sport. I
want that video.
That's great.
So it was funny about it too, because like during the whole thing, I'd keep forgetting I had makeup on, and like every now and then I would catch like myself in like a picture or like looking at my phone. I'm like, I keep forgetting I have makeup on.
You wouldn't know it by the pictures. You were completely posing the entire race. I mean, those race photos had me in tears. I mean,
you had some good smiles going on there in the ones.
And also a special shout out to Leslie for she had a sparkle skirt that she let me use to really, because I had an apron and I was planning on just having like shorts on underneath it because I had my running pants, my running tights on. But the apron was a lot higher, sat a lot higher on me than I was expecting. So Leslie had the sparkle skirt, helped me out.
That was great.
That was perfect.
And then Jackie's chill chaser again, the neck wraps, those things were perfect.
Oh my gosh.
You had a purple one.
Which one did you wear? Oh yeah, you wore the purple neck warmers that we had from the Aliens, which matched perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then you had the purple one too, didn't you, Laura? Or did you have black?
And then Josh held it when we got tired of wearing them, but Leslie gave me hers because I wanted for the Ravens, Baltimore Ravens. So
yes, she's been wearing hers. Florida's been so cold. She texts me, I wore it again today.
Yeah, I did not take mine.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Who knew?
I'm telling you.
So let's talk about race morning. So we get up, and our friend Steven was going to ride with us because we told him we had a car. Why don't you ride with us? We get there nice and early. Of course, it's like the one movie warning. We're running the latest. And I think we made a couple wrong turns, but eventually we got there. But we weren't as early this time. I think we were getting there just about the same time as the buses, maybe because we parked closer. We had a better spot as we're driving with the little donut on our van, because if you listen to our previous podcast, we had a flat tire the day before.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, here's all of us in this van with the donut. And so
they parked us really far away.
I think so, yes.
Yes.
Was it this one? Yes. Yeah, it was. Because we were all just like tired. This race was a little not as joyful in the morning as we'd like to be, but
there's going to be a lot of times where we're not going to sound very joyful, mileage, because
it's tough sometimes. But I mean, we still went in. We were like, let's get. We knew we wanted to get Dopey picture. We got that. I think we got that pretty quick, and then then the buses started piling in. So then we got Donald and Goofy. Those were the only other characters.
The Goofy challenge. That was necessity for me.
So we were like, we have to get that one. And I think Donald, we were like, all right, let's just get one more. So we ended up with Donald, Dopey, and Goofy that race, pre-race.
And again, it was great to see the characters' reactions to our costumes, because
oh my gosh,
they weren't ready. I'm telling you, people weren't ready for these costumes. I wasn't.
And Laura and I, being the stepsisters, we went into it like, I mean, you too, Rob, like you kind of knew what you were going to pose like.
Everybody was in full character.
Yeah, like I mean, there's like one or two pictures where I'm just smiling normal and I look stupid because it's not in character. Like the ones where I'm making, idiot faces or bratty faces, I love. They're so fun. Perfect for the, the stepsisters. But you had it the whole time. Great. You were definitely like, feeling a little B. Arthur, I felt.
Kind of looked like her too.
I know. It's fine. Like your inner golden girl was coming out.
You did let a couple thank you very much slips.
I know. I couldn't shake the Elvis thing. I kept saying very much thing.
But it was
maybe that's where the B. Arthur came out, because it was your deep voice. So after that, we headed to the corrals, and this was the first race. You kind of had the normal traditional corral situation, not that long snake queue like we had for the 5 and 10K. And what corral were we? I don't even remember. Were we D?
I was
D. I think you were C and dropped to D.
C, and you guys were C and I was B, and I dropped.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I remember like even walking in, like I didn't get a lot of video because it was still very, very cold. I can't believe we haven't mentioned how cold it was still.
It was still very, very cold.
And I don't think this was the coldest race temperature-wise, but this one I felt the coldest.
I
think it was just
third straight day of just sitting out there freezing, and it was just like I think we were getting really done.
We were just ready for the next day where it might be warmer. Like, you know it might be coming, but it's not there yet. And I think we had the least energy, even though we had we had the fun costumes because I think it really made the race.
We knew we weren't going to stop for a ton of characters. We kept a rule where we'd each get a say for a character we want to stop in, and then we had like a wild card or something.
Yes.
Yeah, we had like each person could pick. If you saw someone, you could use your card to play, and we all had to wait. And then we said, well, if there's Cinderella or the mice, right? Wasn't that our rules? We have to stop.
They were not counted for the wild card too.
Yeah,
they not going to guarantee.
We knew we'd have to stop.
Yeah,
exactly. So
I didn't get a lot of video. Thank God Heather gave me some to use for the recap, where I would have absolutely none from the pre-race show. But I was just like, when you're doing a 4-day challenge in January, you expect a day of bad weather. You're not going to get off scot-free. So, you have the one cold 5K. We can all deal with it. Then the second day for the 10K, okay, we'll tough it out. By the third day, I'm like, okay, I'm done with being cold. I'm tired of being cold. I don't want to wear 20 layers anymore.
Oh my gosh. I did. I had so many of those hot hands this day. I was like, I'm done. So I knew it was going to be warmer the next day. I had so many under my arms, on my back, on my belly, that when we did start running, I'm like running toward a Magic Kingdom, just stripping like little hot pads. I'm throwing up, it was ridiculous. Then I'd be running and I'm like, I feel something hot like near my armpit. And I'd realize, there's even one more still left there. But those did save us. But
we made it to the corral. We were all kind of quiet a little bit. I know, like I was looking at our footage. I think Jackie, you sat down because you went to eat a snack, and Rob and I are doing the commentary for the video. We're both just like struggling to.
You're like, Jackie, do you want to be in it? I'm like, nope. You're like, you really shouldn't sit. You're gonna get stiff. I don't care. I was done. You guys did good.
With it being as cold as it was really hard to like get loose, and it was a struggle.
I had to do a lot of dynamic stretches, especially with my calf and Achilles issues. I did a ton of like knee raises and butt kicks, trying not to hurt anybody else around me. But still, I was still aching when we started off.
This was the race too. We did force ourselves to stop at pretty much every water stop because we knew
you had to be hydrated.
To do it. Still, it was not very pleasant.
We did eventually start.
Eventually.
Okay. And first we came upon the guys in the stilts with the DJ. They were pretty funny. And we saw Captain Jack's ship, but no Captain Jack was out. So that automatically was my card. I was like, that's it. We're stopping for, Jack Sparrow on the way back, which was a risk. What if he wasn't out then?
Yeah, we knew. We'd see him on the way back. It was a matter of how long is his line, because that line usually is really, really long.
Yes.
But that was on the road into the entrance to Magic Kingdom. So the course itself is pretty straightforward. You go out of Epcot parking lot towards Magic Kingdom, into Magic Kingdom, loop around to the Grand Flow and the Poly, and then back towards Epcot. So not a ton in between to really look at, but
they did have that really huge Mickey balloon.
Oh yeah,
yes.
I forgot about that.
It was kind of creepy but cool.
It was weird looking, especially when it was like deflating. I saw some pictures of like the deflating one. It was creepy looking.
Poor Mickey.
I'm surprised they go so long before a first character though, because they really don't have one till about 3 miles. I guess they just want to get things flowing, but I got a little excited though, because before we got to the hot air balloon, you could hear the music, and they were playing like Steamboat Willie music, and I was like, oh, how cool would it be if it was Steamboat Willie Mickey out?
Yeah,
but it wasn't. It was just the hot air balloon. But that's okay.
Nope.
All right.
The other cool thing that would happen too is the monorail would go by.
Oh yeah, and
he'd
he'd
beep
beep.
its horn at you.
It'd be like beep, 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 beep,
Yeah.
beep, beep, beep. I like that. That was cool. And I do love running through the tolls. It's always super cool. It's like one of my favorite parts of
I always love the
half.
sign and the colors and the
Yeah.
blue and the reds and everything. It's so pretty.
Definitely. And going through the TTA is really cool.
Yeah. Then they had
see.
Wreck-It Ralph. That was like the first official character, and we end up bypassing that.
We skipped.
Because I've gotten my picture there before, and the lighting just wasn't good, and you know the line was way too long. So we were wise and passed it, and we also passed Jack and Sally coming up, like before you get into the parking lot there. That was a huge line.
Yeah, I'd like to stop for them, but it was just too long of a line. And again, I was so concerned about getting cold again. Like you didn't want to stand around for too long, just getting freezing again. So I think that played into a lot of our decisions too, with who we decided to stop for.
Yes,
that's true. Because that happened twice with the Elvis costumes. We'd stopped for the Witch and I think for Flynn Rider, and you get cold quick, and then you gotta kind of start all over again. So
it chills you quick. So
one cool thing they had as you were coming toward the into the Magic Kingdom, I don't think there wasn't a stop after Wreck-It Ralph, right, into the parks.
Well, Jack and Sally.
Jack and Sally.
Jack and Sally. Okay. I loved how when you were coming, it was a little different this year. You kind of went by all the bus stops.
Yes.
Instead of going through the back way, and
that was pretty with all the lights.
Yeah, it just felt so much more magical because you're literally going through the Magic Kingdom through the main entrance, through the stalls where you.
And that was really well done because as you come into the main entrance of Magic Kingdom, they had all the Main Street characters out.
Yes, and they were waving, and they said something to us about our costume.
Lovely.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
And we saw our friend Anna before that.
So she was waiting. She was cheering right before the
that was our first friend spectator sighting.
And Jackie, this was the first time you made it into Magic Kingdom when it was dark out and the lights were still on.
Yes, it was always a goal, and I'm like, it'll never happen. So I was really excited about that. It was still dark enough. Sun was just starting to come up, but not too bad yet.
Yeah, by the time we looped back around, the sun was coming up, and it was a lot lighter.
So it was great, though, because I think, like, your castle photos are better when it's light out.
Yeah.
So we kind of had the best of both worlds. We timed that.
Coming up Main Street, you get that full effect of all the lights on Main Street plus the castle lit up at the end.
It's always magical regardless what time, but when you see the castle, it's just, it's perfect.
And everyone cheering on Main Street. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, that's a great spot.
Ton of people. And in the cold, too. I mean, you think we're cold running. Imagine standing for hours and hours and hours. So kudos to you. Thank you very much. Anyone listening?
I have to give a shout out to my friend Kim. I was running, I don't know if you guys even noticed, I'm running down Main Street, and then all of a sudden I hear, Jackie, Southwest Jackie. And I'm like, what? Oh, that's me. And then I turned, and she's actually a Southwest employee, but she's also in our one running group, and she saw me, so that was cool. So I stopped real quick and got a photo with her. I think you guys were like, where'd she go?
At one point I turned around.
I was right with you. I was reviewing video, and I have video of Rob coming back like, what? Where were you?
What's going on? Yeah. She ended up running her first full the next day, but so congrats to her. Thanks for cheering.
So then we came into Tomorrowland.
Well, right before then is a good spot. Usually we try to like pull off to the side and get a picture before the castle because it's kind of off the beaten path and you don't get a lot of people doing it there. You get a little obstruction because of some of the trees, but still pretty cool.
Yeah, just right to the right of it, right before you get into Tomorrowland.
And they had a cast member there too, not a photo pass, but like a regular cast member there, take our picture, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Might get my races mixed up.
No, I think you're right.
Yeah,
I think you're right.
Both days they had them.
And then we go into Tomorrowland, and I think we were like needing a bathroom break, but we always skip the bathrooms in Tomorrowland just because the lines are always crazy long at that first one. But we saw Mike and Sully by the Monsters Laugh Floor.
Right.
Yeah. Not a bad line, but we decided to skip just in case there was another character that we wanted more coming up ahead.
And then we stopped at is my favorite bathroom. Mm-hmm. And that one, nobody was in. Laura and I had the entire bathroom to ourselves. And it's a little bit off the beaten path, but it's in Tomorrowland, but it's backed by Space Mountain. Mm-hmm. So it's almost between Space Mountain and Carousel of Progress. There's a bathroom way back there. And most people were all standing in line near like Ray's Cosmic Cafe, that bathroom, which is small. We had that huge bathroom. I remember Rob was like, "Are you guys okay in there?" Because we were like totally rearranging.
We did some stripping a little bit. We took off some layers, and I put my hair up in a ponytail. We needed to kind of get reacclimated a little bit.
I was also confused as to which bathroom to use. Like, which one was I identifying with? Because
you could have joined us at least once. Then you would have seen what was taking us so long. Reapplied your lipstick like us.
Welcome to our world moments.
And
so yeah, we had to get situated there because it was starting to. We felt a little warm, but we knew that once you come out and you have that air hitting you, like when you're on the highway portions, you're going to freeze all over. So we did hold on to some layers there.
And I'm glad we did. You were going to take off. Weren't you going to take off your leggings and you decided not to?
No, not that one. That was the fall.
Okay.
It would be too much work taking off those leggings. But then we came up and we saw the Rabbit and Queen of Hearts by the Teacups.
We skipped.
Widely bypassed.
Catching a theme here?
Yes.
We did stop for a couple eventually. We got there.
We will. I was looking at the pictures like, I cannot believe how few pictures we got. But then we came up to, what is it, Circus Town? No, it's not it.
Yep.
Storybook Circus. And we saw Goofy there, and he was dressed in like the aviator, whatever suit. That would have been a cute one. But
my thing with that is like you see them in the park, and he's wearing the same clothes.
Yeah,
so like I don't want to take my time to get a picture.
Because Evel Knievel one, so it's that's the same character you get at that location. So it wasn't a must. And we had already gotten Goofy earlier that day.
Had we not gotten Goofy, I would have won it just because it's the Goofy challenge.
Yeah,
but. True. So then we came up to aerial ride, and we saw Sebastian. Big long line.
Huge
that
line.
One.
Yeah.
We skipped.
We're like, skip.
Yep, keep on running.
I love how we encourage people, stop for character photos, stop for photos. We haven't stopped for a single one yet.
Yeah. Well, we did have a full to run the next day, so I'm going to stand by that.
We totally broke all of our rules for the full, so we got some character pictures the next day. So yeah, we didn't stop until we got to the castle. And we saw the mice out.
Oh my gosh.
I
was so excited about that.
There was like nobody there.
Right.
That wasn't that bad.
I love them. They're so cute.
So
I was so excited for Shannon and for Leslie because, they have the mice costumes and they're not as, crazy or outlandish as ours. So when I saw those mice there, I was so happy for them that they were going to get their picture with the mice.
Well, it's fun because, like if you do a main character, the odds are you're probably going to get them. But when you're kind of the obscure one, like the mice, you're not going to expect that the mice are going to be out to you.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
I was so happy for them. And they turned out really cute with us too. So I was really happy.
I still think it's an awkward place to put a character though, because you're coming into the castle and you have this whole moment where you're seeing the castle and you're going to run through the castle and then, stop for a character.
Yeah.
Well, and then try to join the line.
And it makes it tricky to kind of get back in to have your moment through the castle because we had to
I think we walked back a little bit and
back a little bit and try
toward the carousel, and we were like, all right, let's wait for a break and then go through. But that's something that you learn as you do these more and more.
Yeah.
Like,
so we go to the castle, which is always magical.
Mm-hmm.
And people were moving pretty nice. And then we hooked around where they have photo pass lined up to take castle pictures. You're not allowed to give them your phone. But the picture turned out so sweet. We did our little poses there. I love that picture.
Yeah.
And a little good tip for anyone that's going to do that is I gave Josh my phone, and he took video of us running up and then posing and running back, and it really made for a cute video too. And then I was able to quickly grab it from him before he went up. So
that's cool. I didn't even know you did that. That's great.
Yeah.
And it was really cool how they had it situated too, because we commented how it looks like there's nobody in the park. It's just us.
They really did. I mean, because everyone wants that like jump shot or that castle picture, and it's hard when you're running down the ramp, and a lot of people, like their photos, you've heard them, say their photos got ruined because someone jumped in front of them or whatever. So here at Disney, they're giving you like your time, your moment, and the way they have it angled, it looks empty. I mean, if you see this picture of us in front of the castle, it looks like we're the only ones there. So they did a perfect job of staging that little photo area.
Yeah. We decided to not do a jump shot, go for a jump shot because we didn't want to ruin it, because a jump shot
that was one of the pictures that,
with us.
based on our costumes, we really wanted to have. So
Right.
And then we came into Frontierland.
Yes.
And Woody was out with Bullseye.
With a very, very long line. So once again,
I almost wanted to play it just because of the fact Bullseye was out.
It was a long.
That would have been
I didn't
fun.
want to wait in that line. I really didn't. I was just like, oh God, no, got to keep moving.
Do you think we should have, looking back?
Coulda, shoulda, woulda. I don't know.
No, I mean, I was okay with missing it because what was on the horizon was even better for us. So
yes,
and really played into our costumes because.
Oh, that's true. And that was a long.
As we come around Frontierland, we had to stop for a train photo because they have the train out.
And typically that's my tradition. I'm always the one who gets down on the ground and I'm hit.
I got run over this time.
But we had to spice it up though as a different one. So Jackie's laughing and Rod's like couldn't be bothered, mean style.
He's like the disapproving mother. I'm like the bratty girl that pushed her in front of the train, and you're just like, eh. That's probably one of my favorite photos of the whole race week. I mean, I have a few. That was funny. It really is a great photo. So worked out perfect with our costumes.
Yeah.
And then we start going backstage, and what do we see? We see the giant princess float from the parade.
Cinderella
and her prince. So.
And next to Cinderella was Aurora, but we really weren't that excited.
So
I cropped them out. I cropped them out of our video picture.
And the thing that was the worst was we saw it with Cinderella and the prince. They were there alone, and we were so excited. And then all of a sudden you see Aurora come out, and we're like, oh my gosh, please don't switch.
Like, oh my God, they're going to switch. And then we're thinking, okay, if they switch, what's the plan here? Do we wait for them to come back?
I know, because you had to get it with Cinderella and the prince.
We had to get Cinderella. So,
but I think the cast members were pretty cool of posing us over by Cinderella and the prince, knowing that's what we wanted. Because you guys, poor thing. You see Aurora, and I don't know what her prince is, but does he have a name, Rob?
Philip.
Oh, okay. I'm terrible.
Is it Philip?
I'm really bad with names. Clearly. And so they're but they left them kind of to the side. They're kind of awkwardly not awkward. They're doing
it's funny if you see the whole picture. They're kind of they're a little out of place, but
but we're fawning over the prince, and it's so funny. That's my other favorite.
And Rob is being very disapproving of Cinderella, little trollop.
It was great.
It was great. Oh my gosh, great photo. So then we headed on out to Coon Alley and the stretch of highway there. And next we saw the wedding guys. They were at the pavilion there. Of course, had to stop.
You have to stop.
Gotta stop.
So there's no line. And second of all, it's a bunch of guys. Hi. Rob's Rob was funny with them too, because they were he's just what? It's him in the...
It's a cute photo.
They're nice. They're fun. They're really cute. I'm glad they have them. It's just one of those little touches you like, and you'd miss if they weren't there.
I do love it when they're out for Princess too. They're perfect for Princess, and there is a long line.
Oh, is there?
We had any wait.
There was nobody. We were the only ones that ran up. It was everybody was just blowing by them.
Right, Princess, you're gonna have a wait. They're quite popular there. Now, somewhere around there, I can't remember seeing them, but Leslie and Shannon got a picture with the penguins.
Yeah.
I wonder if is this where we met the picture with the older gentleman that works at the Grand Floridian?
No, that was the full.
It was the full. Okay,
we didn't see him. We didn't see him for the half. I know some people did. Okay. We actually ran into Jen over here, didn't we? Jen Sorensen.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
She had the sign up too, so that was sweet to see her.
We stopped to get a picture with her.
That was great.
Absolutely.
So they must have been right around the same area. Maybe they were taking a break. Who knows? But they got a cute penguin photo. That was really cute.
I kind of remember passing them now. I think we decided to pass them.
Yeah, maybe because...
If Bert or Mary Poppins was out, we would stop. But it was just a penguin. So we were kind of we skipped. And then up by the golf court, we saw our favorite. Genie.
In his goofy vacation attire. Again, I don't get it. Like, why does every Genie appearance have to have the goofy hat on with the vacation attire? I guess he's in Walt Disney World, but can't you just have a regular Genie if you want to have him?
Can't you just bring out the country bears? I mean, can't you switch it up?
Or have Aladdin and Jasmine. What's wrong with them?
I know. Anyways, I know people get like upset that we don't like the Genie, but we can't help it. Anyways, a change would have been nice.
Placement. You know, there's a bazillion other characters you could have put there, but so once again,
we skipped the Genie.
We kept on chugging. So then we were coming up to the overpass, and they had out a favorite. There's always Sarge out there barking at everyone.
What about the pirate?
Huh?
What about the pirate?
I think he's after that.
Was he after?
Yeah. Okay. I went through my video.
They were a while.
Okay, my bad. I'm sorry.
They were a while, yeah.
Okay.
But there was a long line for a selfie with him. I was kind of surprised. Usually people kind of like snap one and go, so we didn't stop for him either.
Yeah, it was almost like an actual like character stop. Yeah. Usually the army men are just kind of yelling. You try to get a photo, but they kind of yell at you, and it's always a little scary.
And they're usually like marching around, walking back and forth. This was the first time I've actually seen him stationary and like actually posing for pictures. So that was a little different.
Kind of kept going.
Push-ups.
Yeah, I did not.
I know Jackie's afraid of the army guys, but I love them.
I am. They scare me. I don't want them to yell at me.
I love them.
I'm always like, don't make eye contact. Keep going. Just start running at that spot and just go forward. And I'm always on that side of the road because it's flatter there. I hate the overpass because of the curve. And then I'm like,
yeah. But yeah, a little tip, go up high if you can because it's a little bit easier on your ankles. But I mean, I'm trying to remember, where are we around the mile 11 mark? Because mile 11 was when I kind of got to the point where I'm just like, I just wanted to finish. And I was mentally breaking down. I was cold. I just wasn't feeling good. And I just went through my big wine fest and I just wanted the race to be over. I've never wanted a Run Disney race ever to be over as much as that day, which is sad and surprising because usually I never want them to end, you know? But then we hit that, like where you have that sharp turn and they have like the DJs up there and then you turn around and you go up the overpass. That's where I was done.
I wasn't as bad this time, but again, I had my bad one last Dopey experience. So I think I was just happy it wasn't like that. But yeah, it was just cold and you have that big hill near the end and you're just ready, you know.
But then I had my card to play. We saw Jack Sparrow and he made everything.
And Barbosa.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So we figured that the pose was going to be you two fawning over Jack and I was going to be fawning over Barbosa because, you know, Barbosa's like the older one and I'm like, you know, the more mature one. So I was trying to think about in my head, like, what's the pose going to be? So I said, well, I'll just kind of like nuzzle up against him and put my hand on his chest because he's kind of bare chested a little bit, right? He's got that like shirt that's kind of open from the front. So he must have been completely afraid by me because he didn't move a muscle and he had this expression on his face like, oh my God, what is happening?
It's hilarious.
Oh, it's so
that was a good one. That was a really good one.
It was perfect posing too because we're like, and your acting skills are really impressive. I'm serious.
Well, you
got the sun right behind us, which kind of like, you know, didn't do great things for the photo, but it was still hilarious. So I felt renewed after seeing Jack, you know, because he's like the one character I will always stop for, you know, at least once during a race. So yeah, then we were making our way back toward Epcot. We passed the guys and the gal on the stilts again. And then we came through the back entrance area, and I don't quite remember seeing them, but Jackie, you saw the picture on our photo pass of poor Bruno.
Poor Bruno.
Poor Bruno. Well, we got to explain who Bruno is, first of all.
All right. First of all, number one, if you have photo pass and you're entering your bib numbers,
make sure you get it right.
Triple check your bib numbers.
Double, triple,
quadruple check because someone, I'm not naming names, nobody here, and you know I love you and I will always love you.
Shannon.
My cousin Shannon gave me the wrong bib number. And so now we have this guy in all of our photo passes. So we named him Bruno.
We can't get rid of him either.
We can't get rid of him. And so as I'm scrolling through, I got to go through all his photos, and he's a fast runner. Yes. And he had a picture with the fairies, and I'm like, where are these fairies? Bruno has a picture with the fairies. So I did post on a Facebook group, hey, where were these fairies? And they were around mile 12. So yeah, I don't know if they were on a break or we just missed it.
Or if I saw them, I wouldn't have cared anyway, because I'm not going to stop for Tinkerbell and the fairies.
No,
that's true.
It's fine. They're okay. It's just, again,
I might have been tempted, though, had we seen them, because we're almost in Epcot. We're beyond the sweet point. You know, nothing can happen, but yeah.
I don't know. I think I have a memory of me talking to Josh. Josh was with us at that point, right?
Yeah.
And I think I said to him, I don't like Tinkerbell. She's a brat. I have a memory of saying that, so I must have seen her. I must have.
They're all muddled.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We came into Epcot, and we did see a character that had very little lines, so we decided to stop, and that was Stitch.
I love Stitch.
I'm not a Stitch girl, but it was a short line, so I was like,
yeah, it was a short line.
And you like Stitch. I think you used your card for him.
Did I?
Maybe. Because you knew there was no.
I'm the only one
who ever actually used my card.
Race. Rob didn't. No. You guys didn't use your cards.
Yeah, I mean, it was just kind of like, he's here. We'll just stop.
Yeah,
we're almost at the end.
Don't think you can hold them off for the next race, because we all get fresh starts. I'm not going to lose my card. So yeah, we're in Epcot, and we're about to finish. And did we stop for a picture in front of the spaceship Earth?
Yes.
Did we?
I think we did, didn't we?
I think we did. I think we were so ready to get out of there. We didn't.
I think the line was long.
I think we were just done, and we were like, should we wait? And you guys were like, no. Like, I mean, we really just were like, no, let's get done. I think we had enough. We have ones where we're running and I'm like pulling your hair and we're sticking our tongues out at the cameraman, but that was going toward the big Christmas tree. That was like coming in. And then on the way back, I think we were like, should we stop? And everyone was just like, no, let's go.
No,
which that was kind of like, we should have, but
we had so many good photos from this race weekend. I mean, those are some of my favorite pictures, I think, from these costumes particularly. It's just the kind of in the moment, the faces we were making, and it just worked really well. These were great costumes.
They were great. Our finish line, Rob, your finish line of these are hilarious, because you're just like, you just look like this rich old broad
there.
They're great.
They did have the kids choir this time. They had stilts during the 10K, but they had like a nice kids gospel choir singing us towards the finish line. And yeah, it was a gorgeous finish line. I was so happy to see it. I just really was. And yeah,
I did like the half medal. The half medal was nice.
Half medal is gorgeous.
I like that. We got our snack box. I'm trying to think. What did we do after?
We got some pictures by the backdrops. We got a few of those.
Yes.
I felt like we did that more this time than we have in the past.
Maybe, I think
this was my first Dopey. We pretty much did them for every race.
I think we were also waiting. Were we waiting for Leslie and Shannon? Not sure, but
probably, because I don't think at this point they probably
got a beer. Oh, we did get a beer because I forgot to bring my refillable cup.
Yes, you got to get a new
one. It is very discouraging.
Tisk tisk.
That's my bad. That I'm ashamed. I really am. I'm better than that, guys.
It's weird how you forget what we did.
But we didn't get any character photos afterwards. I mean, I think, gosh, throughout the whole weekend, the only one we got afterwards was you and the one that we got with Donald, Rob.
Yeah. I didn't get any after.
Isn't that odd that we didn't get any?
Yeah.
I think we just were like, we did them before. So
yeah, and I think, by the time we finished, again, we were just kind of like done. We were just like, get me out of here.
Especially the full. I mean, I did the full. Yeah, the full was a long one. That was definitely a record breaker for me.
You rush so much to get out of there in the morning. Like, it's seriously such chaos for us. We never have like a morning where we're just like, okay, let's go. It's like, so by the time you finish the race, you almost just want to get back to your hotel room a little bit. Although I really can't tell you what we did that day.
So I was just thinking, because we had I remember having that really long walk back to the car because we had to park so far away for this race, and it was just miserable. It was so cold, windy again. My hair was a mess. This wig was done.
Wig was shot. Your wig was done.
Jackie was telling me I needed to get like a display case and that was like lighted and stuff to have it back home.
Exactly. Like they do with the football helmets, but instead have the wig.
And I'm trying to think. Yeah, so we went back.
We did nothing. We didn't do the live show. That just didn't work out. I took a nap. Everyone took naps.
I think we all took naps, probably. Yeah.
I don't think I took a nap. I think I went in the hot tub by myself.
You did. That's right. I remember you. Oh, no. Oh, no. I know what I did. I had fast passes at Animal Kingdom in the afternoon. So I went to Animal Kingdom.
Yes, you went to Animal Kingdom. I went to the hot tub for like 2 hours by myself. I think you all napped.
And Michael had fast passes for Fights of Passage. And I wanted to ride it one more time. So I went to Animal Kingdom for a bit, hung out, got there before they did for a little bit, had some time, met up with Becky. We did the Maharaja Trail because I wanted to see the new tiger cubs that they had.
You're crazy.
Got a couple beers.
You're seriously like crazy going to a park after that, but
it was fun.
Crazy. But then we did dinner at the Wave.
Dinner at the Wave that night.
Nice.
So.
That's a good place. If you have a big group looking to do a dinner before a race, we heard some bad stories this weekend from some friends, but the Wave over at the Contemporary, we Ubered there.
Mm-hmm. Let me tell you, this is a good tip because the problem that I find is that you get these large groups that try to go to these restaurants that just don't know how to accommodate them. I don't think we talked about, and they were a large group the night before that went to Via Napoli, and that's not a place I would take a large group. They have service issues all the time there. And the Wave is fantastic.
Yes.
I love the Wave. It's never super busy.
It's not loud. A lot of these restaurants are loud. We were able to sit and talk to each other, you know, it was nice.
And they had like a really great runner's special meal that was just pasta with grilled chicken and marinara, and grilled vegetables too. It was delicious. So
and the kids' hamburger plate was fabulous.
Yeah.
But it was a great meal and nice to see everybody and chat. Although I don't know if we were doing Dopey again, I don't know if I would schedule a dinner for Saturday night. I don't know if, would Friday night be better? I don't know.
Yeah. Looking back, it was one of those things I didn't feel like doing, but I knew I had to do. But at that point, I would have done anything to just like hang in my jammies and just relax. And
going down to the quick service or something, that would have been more relaxing. But anyway, it was nice. It was great to see everybody.
Yes.
And we did a really good job getting back and getting to bed. We had
like a 5:15 reservation, I think it was.
Yeah, it was
several,
5:10.
so it was because the amount of people we had, but it wasn't a super late night. We got back at a reasonable time.
Yeah, we got back in bed by around 8:30, I'd say.
And that was it. We just went to bed, right? We didn't do anything after.
Well, we didn't have any costumes for the next day. We were very simple, so lining up everything was a breeze. So
yes. So
yeah, there you go, guys.
Ever.
I still think the half is the toughest race on that Dopey weekend. It's just, I stand by that. I'm glad we did it, and the costumes made it so much more memorable. It could have been there if we didn't have so much fun with it.
When you have like a good theme, when you're a group and you've got a good costume theme, it really does act as like a safety net in these situations. If you have bad weather, or the race the course doesn't go as well, or the characters don't work out as well. Because we just had a ton. I mean, both the 10K and the half, we just laughed so much.
Yeah,
I know we did.
Just how ridiculous we all were. All right. So, any other parting thoughts about the half marathon?
No, I think we covered
it all,
and everything else too.
We did.
Oh boy!
But so thank you all for listening and following along, and for all the support. We really do appreciate it. And for Laura, Jackie, and myself, we want to thank you for listening. Have a joyful week, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, everyone. Joyful miles.
Kind of mailed that one in, didn't you?
I did.
Are we getting to that point?
Yeah. I always feel like, okay, wait, let me try again. Joyful miles.
That's better. Thank you.
That's better.
That's what
everyone's like,
want.
ouch.
I woke the dog up.
Sorry, H or Jamie.